What's good, everybody? This is the TFNMP podcast with your host, DJ Punch.
And I'm the coolest motherfucker on the planet, Cool Ass Cam.
And as always, this episode and all episodes are brought to you by Innovative Culture. Make sure you follow Innovative Culture on Instagram at innovative.culture. Make sure you follow your boy as well at I am DJ Punch. While you at it, follow the podcast at the TFNMP podcast. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole Shaban Boo, baby. Where they following you at, Cam?
Y'all can follow me at Cool Ass Cam, COOLAZZCAM. Booyah.
Booyah. Smooth like butter.
Shout out to that Rodney.
Shout out to that Rodney. I ain't seen that Rodney in a minute, bro. What the fuck has he been up to?
You know, he living life.
Out here running these streets. Oh, I think I ran into your uncle the other day. I'm not going to front.
Oh, man.
Not going to front. I saw him on Fig. Legitimately, like 100%. I saw your uncle on Fig. We gotta get him to do a fucking show, bro.
I've been trying.
We gotta shoot him some money or something.
No, I don't know. That nigga be acting brand new.
We gotta sign with his booking agent or something. What the fuck we gotta do? I saw him. He did an interview on YouTube, bro. That shit had me low key hot.
Yeah, he did the soft white underbelly.
The what?
The soft white underbelly. They be doing like all the pimp and the prostitutes. Yeah.
Them hoes got some stories though.
Yeah, they do. I mean. A lot of people who ain't hoes got stories too, you know, and they got whole stories. They
got whole stories.
Yeah.
I try to get a prostitute. I try to get a chicken here one time to do an interview, and I was trying to think of like what questions I would ask or like how I would go about it.
When she first started,
it's because I know her since high school, so I knew her before she was doing that. So I was trying to figure out like how to approach it. Not only that, but like. I know her brother too, so that makes it a little more difficult to be able to look at him in the eyes and be like, yeah, I was asking your brother like some super hoe questions. I don't know. It gets
and
a
the
little
cold
awkward.
part is, I kind of think I know who you're talking about.
No, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. Shout out to her. I hope one day that she finds it in her heart to get on the show. But anyways, we got two dope-ass guests in the building. That's a dope-ass drop. Both of them have been on the show before. Definitely veterans when it comes to this shit. Both of them are on podcast, them damn selves. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We're going to start off with my boy Moan in the building. What's good, bro?
Damn, normally start off with the ladies, but...
Nah, say the best for last. Fuck your whole shit up. Hey, he even gave me your drop. You better fucking do your intro.
Go. What's good, everybody? Where we at? Right here. Let's get everybody. It's Mon Pro Hustle. You get at me on Instagram, Mon_Pro Hustle. Tap in where Pro Hustle's on _ Pro Hustle Sportswear. Also up on Instagram. Go TikTok. Go be coming in. That's it for right now.
What you doing on TikTok? You dancing?
ProHustleZone.com, where you can find all things Pro Hustle.
On my mama. Every time you play that, I'm going to say on my mama.
On my mama.
I love it. I love your drop, man.
I like that right there. On the TikTok, it's going to be more podcast videos. I think that's a good avenue for another streaming platform because as I'm on there, don't get me wrong, it seems like the adults are taking it over. Yeah. The women... in general, because they put a lot of videos up there, like maybe like in some draws, bikini, you know, just like revealing stuff.
It just might be what you're looking at.
Yeah. Algorithms, brother. Algorithms.
But it's other stuff too,
Snoop
like the
Dogg's
dancing, but I'm saying there's still a lot of that's on there. You might catch a woman braless, and that's how she getting her popularity, if you get what I'm not like.
Yeah.
We're going to get back to that. I definitely want to talk about that like a motherfucker.
Marketing is key.
Yeah, they about to make me get out there with a shirt off.
Hey, man, whatever you got to do, bro. I ain't judging. Go ahead, milk it.
Who am I? I am she, Milky Media, and the place to be. Ooh, I got it. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Check out my Instagram at milkit_media and subscribe to my website at milkitmediamarketing.com.
Hell yeah.
You can check out the LA Skyline collection. At this point, I have it on canvases, buttons, mugs, joggers, t-shirts, and I just released a whole line of new color beanies with the logo on top. So make sure you get into it.
That's right. Model that shit, Mo.
That's it right there.
That's the money maker right there,
Bow.
bro.
Hold on.
Hey, fuck that. I seen the bread you was making off that shit. I'm low-key jelly.
I got a pen.
Look, Cam got a pen.
You got the first pen.
A LA Skyline pen.
Nice.
You got the only pen. Nobody even seen those yet.
Oh, yeah,
That's
see.
That's
I feel real exclusive right now.
That's some exclusive shit. The homie got a girl who worked at Starbucks. He was feeling real exclusive. He had like the holiday cups.
So he got the new flavor before it came out,
or
what?
He got the new flavor. He had the new cups. He had all that shit.
All the banana nut bread.
All the banana nut bread, all that shit, bro.
That should be pretty good.
Yeah, but anyways,
look
back.
at you. You get Skylines.
I get Skylines. Yep, hanging all over the house. TikTok, bro. Let's talk about TikTok. So you talk about certain things that pop up on your on your timeline, and I think that your timeline is kind of based on the shit that you already
Like
look
it,
at. So you're kind of telling on yourself, I think, when you say that all you see on your timeline is like
That
ass and titties.
I see other stuff like that too. Don't get me wrong, because I'm not liking no pimple popping videos, but the shit is popping up.
I would.
But at the same time, I'm looking at them like, damn, this what the fuck we be going through? You know what I mean? This what it look like up close. Some of that shit be nasty.
If it was that
You know
easy,
what I mean.
I
if
love
it
those
was
kind of videos.
if
Some
it
of
was
them.
that easy for dudes to get on TikTok and gain their popularity the way females do, would you be out there doing that shit?
Guys
I
do
don't-
it.
It's
Not, but
There's guys out
it's
there.
not
I think-
as easy as a man as it is for a woman. I
yeah,
think
No.
to
with
be
a
popping
guy.
on TikTok,
If
Yeah, if you look good
working
enough.
out, yeah, I'm about to say that if you working out every day,
you
that's
gotta
all,
be shaking
that's
dick.
all-
Shout out to Stefan.
or a little bit of that mixed in with just some muscles, you know, maybe throw them a little print. You
You can't-
definitely gonna be, you know what I mean, have you a couple of followers because they just gonna start
Some
liking
gray, some
shit.
gray sweat pictures. Or something.
Exactly.
But
Some
it's
Pro
not
Hustle
gonna be. It's
some
not
Pro
gonna be as
Hustle
easy.
gray sweatsuit pictures.
Pro hustle.
It's like the porn industry, bro. In the porn industry, the dudes, like as popular
That's
as you
fucked
may
up. I
think
already know
they
what you
are,
about to say. They
as
ain't
popular as
making
you think
as
they
much.
are, they don't get paid as much as the females.
No,
homie-
unless you're doing gay porn.
But don't nobody want
That's
that.
when you cash out.
But
They're the ones that's making bread.
Terrible.
you are right.
They got
One of the
bread.
homies said he did one with his lady.
Wait,
on
oh,
Pornhub.
I just talking about gay porn.
Nah. They changed
He
to both
said
of
with
them.
his lady, yeah.
Yeah, with his lady, they paid. I think he said they paid her like damn near like 10 bands, and he only got like
They pay her how much?
10 or 9, like
For
somewhere
what?
like.
That mean
like,
they want to see her more than him.
And then and
It
then
was a special.
they only gave that nigga like 2
100?
bands.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's
But
better.
it's
Hey,
still
I'm not gonna
not
front
bad.
though. 2 bands is a cool amount of bread.
Did they know that? But they knew they were a couple.
If
So
I
maybe
didn't,
they
Yeah,
just-
if I didn't know she
broke
was
down their
making
budget.
10 bands, I wouldn't have felt bad about my 2 bands
But how do you think that conversation went?
in the car.
Where they was like,
He didn't
They're
care.
they're
He
in a
didn't
relationship,
care.
so in
Yeah.
their head they left with 12
12 bands, right?
well, do you think, maybe she was thinking of it the same way? Or you think she was like, thinking
What if
about
she got in the
venturing
car
out?
with a stank ass attitude, like I make the money in this bitch?
What if he messed up all the scenes?
That's
cold.
fucked up.
Like,
She
what
was
if,
she was a true professional in this whole thing.
yeah, what if he messed up all the scenes and they was just like, never mind, you deserve it more.
Nah,
Most of the
because
time they gonna give it to the
that's
woman
already
anyway.
predetermined.
It sounds like
Yeah.
they gonna offer
They
some
gonna give it to the
contracts,
woman.
but like she gonna get one and he not.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't even think it'd be that. I think when you enter the industry, you
But
know
what if
off
like
top.
Reality Kings came at her and said like, we just gonna sign you right now to do? I'm thinking of a popular fucking company,
I
right? I
figured.
thought I tried to use something that's out there.
Okay, but off top,
Reality
she's gonna
people.
get picked up and she's gonna get paid more because they already understand who the fuck watches the porn.
Right.
So what
You know
if
what
she
I mean?
gets picked up and you get left behind? Like, how does
That's
that
what-
impact the
yeah.
relationship?
Well, that's like when you
Nah,
have
she
like a
just out
singing
there
group.
getting
fucked. Yeah, the
if you had
R&B
if
group.
you had an R&B group and like they're like, hey man, you need to go solo. If you want to go solo, we can go ahead and sign you. That's some decisions that got to be made. That's a conversation in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
go
when
be-
they offering you that bigger check. It's the same dynamic.
I don't
And then
give
she
a
gonna
fuck.
turn around and look and be like, baby, like I know
It's 10,000.
It's
It's gonna
10,000.
be like
Yeah,
it's gonna be like the 5
it's our
heartbeats or some
10,000.
shit, you know?
She
Terrible.
trying to get fucked by other niggas.
That's terrible.
That's what you think off top.
Off top.
If you already agreed to do the porn though, like you already should know that that's what she's trying to do.
She trying to get. If it ain't you ain't trying to do it with me, you tell them negotiate because they obviously
It's us
want
or
you.
nothing?
Yeah.
That's when you go independent.
Well,
That's when you get a
you
Pornhub
go your
channel.
way. Shit.
Your OnlyFans, your couple OnlyFans.
That's when you go
Okay, you
independent.
could do that though too. Though.
Somewhere that's
A lot of
gonna
people
offer
get
you the
paid
most
doing
money
that.
for your content.
Look, man, like
mean-
just like the
Paid
music
doing that.
industry, everything done changed because of like when SoundCloud came out. You can put out your own music whenever the fuck you want to. OnlyFans, Pornhub, you can make a channel, put that shit out whenever the fuck you want to.
But they had amateur shit already. You know, it was already
But you had to go
accessible.
to
But
the-
It
now
was
you-
hard to
that
find
works.
amateur shit.
But now with
and amateur
OnlyFans-
shit used to be a little too freaky for
and
me.
they
when
couldn't
you used to
turn it
find
into a
on VHS.
business. With OnlyFans, they able to actually file taxes on
Any-
it as
listen,
a business and all that
Cam,
shit.
any
Doing
amateur
business
porn,
ads?
any amateur porn on a VHS, I'm gonna stray away from.
I wouldn't necessarily say the VHS, but think about how much amateur shit been on the internet. As long as the internet
On
been
the
around.
internet. On the
kind of-
internet,
what
I'm
kind of
comfortable with it
amateur-
on the internet. But if
What
somebody
kind of
shot me a
amateur you
tape
talking
and was like, "Hey, bro, this is all amateurs," like I'm fucking scared.
But them
R. Kelly
amateurs, who
porn.
are those amateurs, right? It's like, is
Exactly.
this like you and your
It's
peoples
Pinky
over
when
there
she
at the
started.
house?
I'm watching them amateur porns.
It's Pinky when she started. Would
I'm
you watch
watching.
it?
Pinky, when she
Vintage
started-
Pinky?
Vintage Pinky. Would you watch it?
I'll probably do it just to laugh. Cause I'm pretty sure it'd be funny. Like I like to laugh at shit sometimes.
You talking about
Pinky's a
shit,
legit midget to me, and I've always said this to people. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. You brought her up. I didn't even want to talk about this
I
shit.
didn't want to talk about Cam, why does it bother you so much?
Pinky's one of them that got the big arms and the big legs. And shit. If you pay attention real close, like you see that.
I mean, I figured she was a popular name.
She's popular.
I was going with
but
a
most
household
people
name.
say like Cherokee.
I'm gonna say Jada
Or-
Fire.
Or yeah, somebody
Hey,
like
the homie
that.
was at a barbecue at a family function.
Pinky's
at
one
his
of
I
them.
would
age.
have went with Cracking
Pinky not
Ass Key.
spelling bad though.
But she's the new era. Like she's one of the new people that.
You know what? I met her before she started doing that. Like when she was just doing skits, and she was really, really nice. And then
Who we
one day,
talking about?
Cracking Ass Key.
I don't know who you're talking about.
That is,
Go ahead.
I'm afraid to look for this on the computer, bro.
That's for research purposes.
Oh, we're gonna go to her
she has
Instagram. We'll
she
go to her
has an
Instagram.
page. But she like really blew up with Baby Shark. She did the Baby Shark song.
On
With
porn?
Bounce. Nah.
Like-
she did the where she was pouring the milk on her booty and she had the like onesie on. People started repeating it.
Come on
Even
over there,
Shaq,
I'll probably-
Shaq even repeated it where they were doing the Baby Shark and everybody started pouring milk on their booty. She started
That's
that
why I
entire
seen that
movement.
little trend going on. People was pouring milk over.
I ain't seen not one of them videos. What the fuck?
Really? But there was all the Baby Shark. Even Shaq did it.
To the Baby Shark song?
Shaq did it.
That's pedophilia.
No, because it's not. They remixed it. You never.
I never I have to reference. I have to see a
Bounce
reference.
did it.
Bro,
Babe,
there's so
toot
many
that shark,
fake profiles up here. But
But
I'm
you know
gonna
what
just
she
give
look
you
like.
one so you could see what she look like.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, me neither.
Here, something that's
She got
decent.
some hips on her though.
She's a really nice person.
Nice little face.
She's a really nice person.
She made a weave blend.
She probably is. What's the weirdest run-in you ever had with a porn star, Cam?
The weirdest run-in, I met Carmen Hayes at Sevilla's in Riverside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say
that
hi?
was very random as fuck. I'm like, why would I said hi.
Why are you
She
here?
was trying to play like she was somebody else, like on some undercover
Like,
shit.
bitch, I know you.
Like everybody know who the fuck you is. You got that little fucking gap, the little cleft in your nose, like the little.
Would you aim? That's where you aim at?
That's a funny question.
But that was the funniest to me. Like I've had plenty of run-ins, but I think that was the most random one. I said I'm out here in a random ass club in a random ass city that I don't even like being like that.
You know who you know what was awkward? That one time we went to the porn convention and we would pass by like the porn stars booth and they didn't have nobody lined up to talk to them or nothing.
Right.
Oh,
That
that's
was
fun.
always awkward. and
Yeah, the ones
weird.
that had like the fucked up attitudes.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a fan that want to come over and try to just show they love and appreciation, but here you are just like, you know, like I ain't
Like
fucking
low
with
key,
you.
you fuck on camera.
Right.
Like, be a little nicer, bitch.
She trying to ask a Diddy.
Sedity as fuck. That's what I'm saying. That's like my biggest issue.
But it'd be some of these that did a gang of movies and shit. They like real popular and whatnot. And it's like, why do you feel like you have the audacity to act like that?
Like, yeah, act
why
like
do you
you're
think
somebody
people
lead.
would really like you or want to like?
hey, fuck all that.
Your
Above all that,
attitude, your
remember-
attitude would make me not want to watch your shit no
You
more.
remember
Have
you
you
used to have to go to like the store and buy like a DVD, and the DVD used to it wasn't cheap, bro. That was like a cool like $30 DVD.
You sound like you used to buy DVDs.
Nah.
I'm not like when I turned 18, I legitimately was like, I'm gonna
I ain't buying
experience
I used to
buying
get
a DVD.
3 for $20 from the gas station.
What? Which
So
one?
there'd be a nigga outside in Inglewood on fucking Crenshaw and Imperial.
Both of y'all tripping. Y'all could have just been on Kazaa or LimeWire.
It was
just
before
download
that.
It was before that.
Before that?
It was before
Before
that. That wasn't there
I'm
yet.
talking about like right when I turned 18. If I was doing the Kazaa thing, I already told you. Well, I don't think I told you. If I was doing Kazaa, I'd have to do it. I had to start downloading before I went to sleep. I may be able to wake up at 2 a.m. for like a preview to watch
Oh,
like maybe like
everything.
3-5 minutes of the preview and
Bro,
maybe get
internet
something
was slow
cracking
as fuck
then.
back then.
Yeah, and get something cracking then.
wasn't
And
that
then in the
dedicated.
morning,
We had dial-up.
yeah, and then in the morning you had like the good shit in the morning, the whole video.
Think about how
What
long it
age
took
are
to
y'all talking
download a
about?
song.
Not when y'all was 18 though.
Nah, that was when I was 18, but I mean to do the whole Kazaa thing was a process, bro.
And that
Was before laptops.
I was,
so like
I was
you
a
had to do that shit on the
LimeWire
house
person.
computer.
I used LimeWire for most of my shit.
that
kinda-
included?
Hmm?
I was just mixing CDs then.
What I had?
Y'all-
LimeWire, you could
I
download
had
video,
LimeWire,
fucking
'cause,
songs, whatever you wanted from
That's
there.
the only thing I was downloading was songs and making burning
Yeah, but we
CDs.
had like whole
No,
ass
we had
fucking, we had
pornos.
30-minute videos,
Yeah.
30-minute
Yeah,
scenes.
motherfucker.
Olivia, Oh Lovely, Cherokee
Bubble Butt
D,
Bonanza,
you know
all that shit.
all
yeah.
that shit.
Download porn on that motherfucker.
Pimp for a
real
Day. You ever
shit.
watch Pimp for a Day? That was some shit.
I think at that time I probably only Girls Gone Wild.
They had, but the only
That was
reason
a
everybody
starter.
knew about
Hey,
that.
Girls Gone Wild commercials was a starter package for me.
This is why we saw the Girls Gone Wild commercials though, because we sat up and we was watching Comic View and we was trying to wait for BET Uncut to come on and shit like that.
BET Uncut,
But they will
that was
always
a
play
whole porno in itself.
a Girls Gone Wild commercial in between all that.
I don't
That's
know,
terrible.
man.
I fell asleep about that time.
Think about how that turned out. But that was like the original. I wouldn't say the original, but like on video, like the original amateur shit.
What was the appeal of Girls Gone Wild? Was because if you think about it now, you couldn't release no shit like that because it's almost like I could see everything on Pornhub.
They got that shit on YouTube though too. You could type in like Mardi Gras. and
But
they-
at that
You know what you
time-
can watch uncut on YouTube? You could watch Tip Drill. You could watch that uncut on YouTube.
Just a sensitivity age.
Yeah. And then one time I don't know how I got there, don't ask, but like the Brazilian waxes, like you could watch that and they show everything.
Shout out to my girl.
I
Wax
told
over
me
there.
that
before.
No, I didn't tell them about that, but I told them they got open heart surgery in there. They got
Fuck all that, bro. They doing the booty
I like
hole,
that
like
stuff.
all
they
that
got
shit.
transgender. You know
Oh,
what
I
I mean?
bet you
Sex
can't
change
watch.
on there.
I'm not watching that shit.
I watched that before.
You
I seen
did?
it,
How'd
yeah.
you feel?
I was just wondering how's the whole process go work after they get healed up. If you get what I'm saying, because I watched them.
Are you going in or are you coming out?
What you mean?
I think
Alright.
she has information on that stuff. So hold on. Ask your question.
The surgery that you're speaking in regards to, is it going in or is it coming out? Is it male to female, female
I
to
just
male?
remember that they took them, split them, and then like somehow like it looked it. It's also swollen. You feel me at that time, so but it's like damn, like I'd even watch somebody get a surgery up on.
Did they make a chick or did they make a dude?
Penis extension. They made a dude.
They made a dude. Okay.
And then I watched another thing. I said, then they got penis extension on the goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I watched that too, and I said, this shit
They
crazy.
have
I
different
said,
type of
oh.
penis extensions too. Like they have some where you could pump the testes.
I seen that
and
for like
then
old
the
I ain't
people.
seen
penis.
that. I haven't seen that.
I seen that shit for old people.
I only seen the one.
Real
where they do the
Sex. I used to watch
surgery,
Real Sex. I used to
and
watch Real Sex.
They make the tissue grow
Alright.
into his penis tissue, if you get what I'm saying.
True. I mean, that's
But
why
it
I
still
started
don't
watching
fully work the
Snapchat because
same.
of Dr. Miami. I'm really into like watching surgeries and stuff like that. So
That conversation making my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
really,
I'm looking for like some type of fucking clip to
out.
play.
He's like,
Cam over here like pro hustle.
Bruh.
well, yeah, it's
Nah.
knowledgeable. You should
I wouldn't be able to watch that shit.
increase your awareness.
I wouldn't be able to watch that shit. Like
Dave Chappelle.
I don't know if you want that. Oh, did y'all see his fucking Hall of Fame speech when he inducted Jay-Z?
I
Who?
love it. Dave Chappelle.
Dave
Can you bring that clip
Chappelle.
up?
You gotta
No, I
watch
ain't
that
seen
shit.
it.
You gotta watch that shit, bro. He fucking did that. That motherfucker opened up with a joke.
Dave Chappelle funny.
I love his speech to
We
Jay-Z.
might get hit for that, but I'm gonna try to bring it up.
maybe like the first 10 seconds, because when he came out, he slam dunked it like all together. He explained Jay-Z to white people.
That's probably the best way to explain it.
He translated Jay-Z into white people where they'd understand it, and it was hilarious all at the
What
same time.
Jay-Z do though?
He
You
was-
got inducted into
Oh
the
yeah,
Hall of Fame.
the Rock and Roll, yeah. This nigga all in the nosebleeds and shit.
He was there though.
No,
Yeah, for real.
he shouldn't have showed up if you got to fucking zoom in and you still can't see nothing.
I don't like this because I don't think we're gonna be able to hear it. Let's see.
Nope.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Because it's a recording. And he
It's on a
hides
cell
in the
phone.
motherfucker in the
It's on
air
a cell
getting all
phone.
the echo.
I was looking at the tickets for Drake and Kanye show. They're having a benefit concert at the Staples Center, and that same
Crypto.com arena.
yeah, Staples Center, it's Westfield Mall, Staples Center. Listen, you seen that view? That's the price. The tickets up there at the Staples Center is like $225, $250, all the way at the top.
Like behind one of the pillars.
Definitely, you
I
touching
wouldn't
the
even pay for
ceiling.
that shit. No
Oh, that's a
lie.
concert.
Yeah, that ain't even the right video.
Got the whole concert on there.
I'm definitely watching that.
He posted at the right time.
But Dave Chappelle, can I just say it?
Yeah.
When he came out on stage, he pretended like he was gonna apologize. Yeah, see, there you go.
No, that was the same one we was watching.
right
This
there.
is it.
This
There we go.
is an incredible honor to induct this next man.
No, you gotta
to the Rock and
rewind
Roll
it.
Hall of Fame.
Nah, he
I
didn't.
gotta rewind it.
Yeah.
It ain't nowhere to rewind it to.
Nah, he didn't.
He
They
did.
cut
He
that part
said
out. They cut that. That's interesting. Hold on. Point
He
blank
said it.
period. That's interesting.
Even though you were honoring
They
him,
put this clip up and they cut that part out.
He is hip hop.
Rewind it. I bet it was.
Play it from the
Rewind
beginning.
it. That is the
Look,
beginning.
It wasn't. You was 2 seconds in.
Look,
This
Yeah, cut it.
they cut it.
is an incredible honor.
That's hilarious. So when he
So
came
what
out,
are we looking for?
Wow. Okay, that's a little bit more interesting. Who posted that? Random person.
Comedy Maniac.
he pretended like he was gonna apologize to the LGBT community, and he had like a whole paper in his hand where he was like, "First, I want to apologize," and then he paused and he was like, "Ha ha ha," and he balled
There's
it
so
up
much
like.
poetry if you got to know him.
Yeah. See, none of these clips have
Just
that
the way
part.
he speaks.
But that's how it started. So that piece of paper in his
I
hand.
remember one time.
That shit's
Okay,
fucking funny.
so yeah, we're not gonna get that then.
So yeah, so
Nobody
he
saw
came out. He acted like he was gonna apologize to the LGBT, and
And
then
what did he do?
just flipped that shit and was like, just playing.
And the whole arena like cracked
And
up.
not one person is fucking posting that part. That's crazy.
Smear campaign,
Smear campaign, bro. They've been doing that shit to him for how long now?
or to a lot of people.
Well, it's been
That's a big
it's been
conversation
like 2
about
months. Like 2
propaganda.
months.
That's a big conversation
He
when we
did a
talk about
great-
Dave Chappelle. Like point blank period. Like the motherfucker. Number one, the number one rule of comedy
You
is to
think
make
they
it
gonna
funny.
lock him up next to R. Kelly?
Nah. Why would they lock him up next to R. Kelly?
I don't know, because he
I
do
think
all
they-
the skits about R. Kelly and shit.
No, I think they're just
He
gonna
ain't committed
continue
no
to
crimes,
silence
though.
him. They're just gonna try to.
But it's hate
continue to-
crimes. They would call it that.
Not necessarily, because he just talking and making a joke. I think hate crimes involves the action of intention. You know what I mean? You know what I
True.
mean? Intent. You know what I mean? With action behind it.
You don't think that that's what we transitioning into?
They
And I
trying
think that's
to.
what he's battling personally. When I watched it, I believe that he was battling
trying.
By
for-
saying certain things about people or to people, now that's considered a hate crime?
correct,
That's the thing.
That shit is weird.
correct.
So people talk about all the time, like they say words hurt, right? So it's like, when the fuck did that shit start turning literal? To where now, when people say words, we're treating them as if they legitimately fucking hurt. Like
The year
you,
2000.
you think the year 2000 when that shit really fucking happened?
Yep.
Why you feel that way?
Because it was a new generation that was beginning to be bred, to where you had a generation of now everybody getting a trophy, everybody getting, like acceptance of everybody, right? No matter what your contribution was, no matter how big or small, whatever,
Except
right?
for the niggas.
No. But if you think about it, in every subgroup that you have, these are the trends that were being like kind of multiplied all the way around.
yeah.
True.
So you may have it in a big corporate organization, but then it's gonna trickle down to like a little league baseball team.
So-
employee of the month,
The employee of the month.
MVP.
Now we're gonna do employee of the day, so everybody get a chance to do something every day. So you got 30 employees now. Everybody can be employee every day, so everybody happy.
You remember that one dude in class that would never do shit, but for some fucking reason they just kept pushing them along, and around some period, like people stopped getting held back the way they used to get held
I
back.
said the year 2000.
And now that I think about it, because I got cousins that got held back. Like I got cousins that got held back because my cousin that was in the same grade with him got held back, and it was
No
like, well,
child left behind.
exactly.
You think about how we grew up, it was more like, yeah, we teased and name calling, you go to school.
Cutthroat.
Your mama
it's,
jokes.
It's all that.
Yeah.
It's all that.
You
Oh, you
learn
coming
how
to
to do
it.
you coming to school with some
Build your own
off-brand shoes or
self-esteem.
some shit, we about to get on you. All that type of shit. That's how it was. But it's not the same no more because the world is so sensitive. If anybody walked around like any type of way that anybody had to question, it's like, yeah, somebody gonna talk bad about you, and you gonna hear it for a long time. You got 6 periods throughout the day, and every class you go to, the word done got along, and everybody gonna hear that.
But now it's recorded and it's spread to like the other schools, so it don't die down as fast.
It spreads that much faster.
Yeah.
Because before it used to be like, all right, we have to wait until a game or something.
Fuck
and
that.
then
You remember
go
when
to the
everything
other
was a
school.
rumor?
Yeah.
Now everything is a fact because if I got it on camera, it's a fact. Back in the day, it was a fucking rumor.
You got the footage. As long as you have some type of footage, even if it's some doctored up
Bang,
footage
bang.
that somebody got and they put it out before the real shit, it's like they gonna take that as the fact because that's the first thing they see.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Instagram today.
Same thing. All
first-
social media.
The
Yeah.
first person that reports it, like they take that as fact.
But social media is bigger than what we see it as because you think about it, every kid in school, right, that got a phone, they probably got an Instagram. So
Yep.
they be in class and all their classmates is you know, they followers and shit like that. So now they can send shit to people, whatever. They gonna do some funny shit in class, send it to somebody that a whole class laughing. We didn't have them types.
We're of that generation.
We didn't have that.
We of that generation. Remember when text messaging first came around and you used to be texting in school or in class or whatever to the person? Like, I remember the first time like you was doing that shit. And it was like,
that started with our generation. Though.
Yeah, we the foundation.
Around 2000.
When we was in high school, like that's when it really kind of hit.
Sidekicks
used to
Blackberries.
So I say the year 2000 with the change in technology, that's what changed a lot. Now the world becoming more sensitive. You think about all these different rights groups and things like that that start pushing for, you know, more acceptance and more recognition, and like, hey, you know, you're gonna respect us the same way you expect everybody else to respect this.
Where's that line though, to where everybody is pushing for equality, but now it seems like everybody is pushing for their equality to be more than anybody else's? Because I see a lot of groups that they're not pushing necessarily for equality, they're pushing for
a change in lifestyle.
Not necessarily just a change in lifestyle, but like it's more like, I don't want to be equal to you. At this point, I want to be more than you. I want to be louder than you.
Being a black woman at this point, I just want to exist. I like, gay people are fighting for their rights. White people are fighting for their rights. Black people are just fighting to exist. Period.
Fighting to not be erased.
Survival.
To not have your beliefs and the things you understand and you know, like that, like all of that shit get wiped away when people kind of force feed you the
want to
things.
have culture.
Yeah.
You know?
You lose culture.
What was the first time, or at what age did you look around and be like, I'm different?
Oh man, that was like a young age.
Whether it was when you looked around and you saw that everybody looked different than you, or when you looked around and you realized like that, or you went to another place and you were like, wait a minute, this isn't what I'm used to.
Bro, it started with that. It started with people looking different. I was the only black kid in my elementary school. Everybody else was Mexican.
So that's how I grew up too. I'm used to being the only black woman in my class.
So yeah, I learned like a different culture, different types of like how other people live before, you know.
You got to learn your own.
Yeah.
True. For me, when I went to Atlanta, it was like a big culture shock, because when I walked everywhere, everyone was black. So when I say maybe about 20, I visited Atlanta and I realized everybody, like going to school, the teachers, everyone's black. There was like rarely any other culture or any other race when I went to Atlanta, and I loved it there. It was like, it's still a huge melting pot, but it's not the same as like Los Angeles. It like the people at the store, they were black. The people at the mall, everybody was black, and that was surprising as hell to me, because I didn't realize how many black people I did not see on a regular basis.
My upbringing was kind of like that. I had staying in Watts. Don't get me wrong, we had some Mexicans or Hispanics that be around, but I didn't go to school over there. I went to school in Carson, so majority of everybody was black. I think my biggest change is when I went to Bellflower High.
Yeah, see, I went to school in Downey.
Because it was more, the two environment, I would say it was more, you going to school up in Curtis, up in Carson, it was more gangbanging. I guess it was a lot of East Coast, a lot of 190s I was going there, and then we also people that was getting bussed out from Watts, same area I was coming from, so it was a bit, and you had people from Compton, a lot of people from Compton went there, and then when I went to Bellflower, that was my biggest change, because I was able to ride bikes, walk to school, actually hang out with friends, rather than seeing them at school and then I got to drive all the way back down to Watts, and I can't have people over based on the way I grew up. Is the best way to say it.
That was the crazy part, being in sports. When I was in sports, I realized something big about Bellflower, where it was like nobody that fucking plays sports or go here really fucking lives here. Because even my best friend, remember Jeremy Avery? That motherfucker lived in Watts.
He went to Curtis with me.
Yeah.
Him, Alton Vernon,
Denzel,
a couple other people I was seeing at Curtis, like the Michael Logan.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say nigga first and last. It was a bunch of people that came from Curtis that went to that scene that went there. No lie.
That shit was pretty cool. But like, what made you, when you went to Bellflower? What besides being able to go outside, ride bikes and stuff like that? Like, what was the major, like, biggest difference that you saw, especially walking around campus? As opposed to the other schools you were going to, because you was talking about like the gangbanging and stuff like that, but then like,
is it the diversity and like different groups of people?
Definitely, because I talked to a couple of homies about this. I noticed that the 706 and the Oak thing was kind of big over there, and I didn't really like have too much idea of what that was. But it wasn't, the tonnage, in my opinion, wasn't as aggressive as if you get what I'm saying, as I'm normally used to seeing it.
Yeah.
So, but it was diverse because there was certain people that was hanging around. I was like, why the fuck do they hang out with this nigga? But you know what I mean? But nevertheless, you know what I mean, to each his own. You feel what I'm saying? But it was definitely, I ain't gonna say, it was just a little milder. You feel me? Like in certain places, I'm not even speaking like from Carson, like where I just grew up at. Let's say you walk 2 blocks down to the store, within you getting halfway down that block, you might get chased by a dog, or you know what I mean, just some bullshit, just a little bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Where when I came to Bellflower, it was like nigga could ride his bike at the store and leave that motherfucker outside and that motherfucker still go be there. You know what I mean? Not like a nigga walk off and it could be some older niggas that might see you hop off the bike and hop on your shit and ride off, or whatever the case may be. You feel what I'm saying? Keep your bike
with you in the store.
It was just a little bit more
flip it upside down.
Take the bike with you, rolling it up with the wheel. Definitely. So that was a big difference. You feel what I'm saying? In certain parts of LA, you got to keep your head on a swivel. You feel head on a swivel. Where Bellflower sometimes just felt a little more lax. Not saying it's always laxed. You feel what I'm saying? Because shit go down in Bellflower sometimes.
Yeah, man.
Everywhere.
That's crazy. What was your first experience? Feeling different?
I always felt different because if you look at my family, like my immediate family, I'm the only person that's light skinned like this. So growing up, I always grew up with colorism jokes. So I was always different.
So like, you had to be the one that had a cap. Like you had to know how to cap to survive. Not cap. Like you had to know how to crack jokes.
I used to get my feelings hurt because it's young. Young's my brother. Think about Young and all the jokes he got. Like we used to roast and like shoot, but
you'd walk away with your feelings hurt.
Definitely.
I can see that.
But like one of my nicknames.
Not because she's sarcastic, and usually people that use sarcasm is the way to, you know what I mean, little boundary. You know what I mean, from the get go. Stop playing with me.
It's my wall.
First off, Cam, you could jump in anytime.
Hey, I'm letting y'all. Shit.
Cam, like you are sarcastic. I have nothing to say. But yeah, nah.
Booyah.
I mean, early on, it was just like that for me. I mean, you see my mom; she's dark skinned. Everybody's dark skinned. So yeah, when I was young, first thing was just like, oh, y'all brought home the wrong baby. Like she's not the same color as us.
And
like,
that stuck with you like your whole life, dealing with him, right?
Nigga, I'm in my 30s. I just told you that story.
Yeah,
it should still.
One of my nicknames is Pinko.
I'm the darkest in my immediate family.
I'm darker than my daughter. Like at one point, my daughter told me like, oh, you white people. Like she was like 3, and she was still learning. But I have video of that.
That's
in comparison to them. I have the video.
Got you beat by a little bit.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm that light. I'm not saying I'm high yellow or nothing. I'm just saying in comparison to my immediate family, I'm the lightest. So growing up, I was always picked on.
That's crazy.
Like we went to Mexico one time, and I jumped out at the border, and they locked me out, and was like, "Oh, they're gonna think we're deporting people." So like they didn't want to let me back in the car.
No, and the way you see, now listen.
Like they later.
I don't think it's that much, you know.
I'm not that light, but I'm telling you, that's the kind of shit they used to do to me growing up.
Even your hair, like you could take your hair out and shit, and be like, all right, y'all really want to keep me
stop
here?
Playing.
Do I really look like I'm from here?
Stop playing.
I'm not saying that that's what I believe. I'm just telling you these are my experiences growing up.
I understand.
That's fucked up. Yeah, man.
I didn't always wear an afro. My mama used to do my hair like the Brad. I had the little twisties and the braids.
Oh yeah, you
click
can't
clack.
take them out.
100 of them too.
100 of them bitches just
sitting there for hours. Yep, that was me.
Oh shit, y'all see? How do y'all feel about Kyle Rittenhouse getting off?
That's terrible.
I seen that shit on the news, and
he was hanging out with Trump.
That was the crazy part. Because he came out with a whole statement saying, like, look, I'm not for either one. He was like, I think that both parties have, like, I support Black Lives Matter. He came out with that whole video, and the next day he's on, like, taking a picture with Trump.
A lot of the things that go into court to get people on or off is all strategic.
I mean,
they putting on for. Never mind.
Go ahead, Cam.
No, I don't want to say that.
Go ahead, Cam. They putting on for Whitey. Go ahead. Is that what you're supposed to say?
Oh, man.
WIGHT, people.
Oh, man. Y'all about to
That's how I'm gonna say it. WIGHT people.
If you guys are just now tuning in.
That shit's fucking crazy. I seen that shit and I was.
Everybody trying to spell it down. Huh? Everybody like, what the fuck do that spell?
It was Ramon's face for me.
Nah, because I'll be still thinking about like what Puncherton, because it gets to like the Zimmerman thing in court is all about sometimes what you can prove, what you can make it look like. And if you got the right people with you, shit is all calculated steps and shit could be very strategic.
But what y'all feel about him crying in court and shit?
Well, that was
It
all
looked
bullshit.
fake.
Hell yeah.
Where he was trying to make himself
That
cry.
was all
Just
bullshit.
strategic.
Remember getting in trouble when you was a kid and you thought you can get away with it by like throwing maybe getting like some sympathy?
Bro, I used to do shit like to where I knew I fucked up and I didn't know how to tell my mom, so I had to write her a letter.
What?
And I leave a letter on her bed, like, all right, you just gonna have to fucking find it when you get here.
I used to write letters. I used to do that.
Did you kind of hide the letter? So it's like,
Nah.
I don't want you to just find it.
No, I wanted you to find
I
it.
wanted you to find it so I could go ahead and get it over with, but I'm gonna wait till you come home from work. So
But I'm not going to face you
True.
with this shit.
I'm not gonna tell you and
I'm
fuck
gonna
up
go to
your
sleep
day.
early.
I'm gonna wait. I tried that too. I done got my ass woken up and whooped a couple times.
I feel like if I ever called my mom to tell her some shit that I fucked up on, I would almost get in trouble even more, depending on the time that I called her. Because if I called you early in the morning and already fucked your day up,
Yeah.
then I'm going to get my ass whooped even
That's
more.
what I mean. If depending on the time of day, like you can't fuck up nobody rest of their day. It got to be the end of the night to where it's like, all right, at least the ass whooping won't be this bad to where you ain't thinking about it the whole day.
I think
Or-
an ass whooping is an ass whooping. Once you get the ass whooping,
I had
it's down.
different kind of ass whoopings
Me
before.
too. Fuck all that.
What's
If
the
you
worst
got
thing you
time
ever
to-
been whooped with?
This is gonna sound like child abuse, but I got hit with a fucking belt like that was lathered up with soap and hot water.
Oh,
That was
shit.
probably the worst shit.
Damn.
What'd you do? Tell us a story.
I
What you
bit
did?
my cousin because he ate my snacks.
Fuck that. We ain't going for that.
Zooming on his face.
That's right.
he got a straight face.
That's right, Cam. That's
Ramon
right.
But
was
yeah, I got my ass whooped for that shit because I left teeth marks in that nigga arm.
How bad was the ass whooping?
Nigga, it was a fucking lathered up belt. Nigga, how bad that was like some Kunta Kinte shit.
You want to hear some racist shit?
So
like
when niggas start talking about some light skin shit and all that, I'm like, nigga, trust and believe. Like niggas get.
I got a
their
worse.
ass
I got a. I got a.
same.
Hey, I got a worse stereotype than that.
I
My
think it's
Mexican
a nigga.
ass got beat with a rake.
Ooh.
whooped. Which end of the rake? Like
The bad
wooden
end. No.
the shit that you put in the ground.
The other end, the one that like swings easy through the wind.
Was
when
that shit hitting the sound like?
Yeah, and the worst part is like off pause, but off of the ass, that motherfucker went wow, and you had to sit there and just kind of clench when you heard that shit even more.
Oh no, that is terrible.
Fuck all that. Nah, I ain't going for
They
that.
be clenching.
I done got my ass whooped before with a lot of shit.
Go ahead.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, I done got whooped extension cord, Mexican belts. That's what my mom used to call them.
Mexican belts.
With the
Okay,
big ass
it's thick.
buckle on them.
To be thick than a motherfucker with a nice full leather. You feel me? We used to take him and go throw him and hide him. Me and Bang.
The real leather.
Switches. We had this. My grandma had a switch, little vine out there up in her yard. Go in and go pick your switch. I say, but out of all, I take my ass whoopings like a man, like a real deal. I'm doing all that crying, running around in a circle.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? But this is the one that I tell y'all, out of all the ass whoopings that hurt the most, is when it's real simple. Your mama put you across your leg, pull your drawers down, and just take a nice little sandal right across your ass, and it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's something about that
Kind
that's
of
like,
sandal.
That's when you know you really
I
fucked
got
up.
one of
know,
them
like-
flat
Yeah.
thin ones, huh?
yeah, you
Flat
know what I
thin
mean?
sandals?
Hell yeah, that motherfucker had that motherfucker in there burning. You feel what I'm saying? That
The
that
fact
one,
of being on her lap and you know you can't go
move.
nowhere.
Yeah. At least like when you standing up, you could embrace it. You know what I mean? Like rock with the
Embrace
fucking
it.
You wanna rock with it?
Boom.
Ain't no rocking.
Boom, Paul. Now I don't give a fuck. You getting your ass.
Yeah, it's like
whooped,
being
just-
soft-handed when you catch. You
Yeah,
gotta,
you got to go with it. Boom, and then it wrap around your leg. So it's like boom. You got little jeans on, so you all right.
I used
You
to
move a certain
I used to
way
watch
so it
my
can go a
cousin. I
certain
used to
way.
watch my cousin get his ass whooped when we were kids, and he would make the biggest mistake of putting his hand in the way.
Oh.
That was like I'd be sitting there like, you fucking up.
Now you gonna fuck his hand up. And
Not
she
only-
gonna
and
get
she-
mad.
and she gonna
Gonna
go.
hit you harder.
Now it's 2 times.
Oh,
now
now you trying to block this shit, nigga?
Now I gotta start over.
Yeah, and you don't ever want to make them start over because sometimes you got them parents is lazy or this fat, and it's like they already working hard trying to beat your ass to get out of breath.
They working hard trying to beat your ass.
I tell you one thing, a punishment is worse than an ass whooping. I take an ass whooping over a punishment any day.
Like a legit punishment?
On my mama.
At least you ain't taking nothing away from me, and I can still do shit.
I would take my ass when my mama start putting me and Banks on punishment at a certain point in time and be like, man, hell no. No.
Just whoop our ass.
No.
What was punishment like for you? Because I feel like everybody lived the same childhood at some point.
We didn't do it. I'll tell you that. Like, at some point in time, like, we sneaking out because after a certain point in time, you understand your mama's schedule.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
hell yeah.
when you ready
I did to a certain extent.
to do your thing, you
every once in a while,
out.
your mama pop up on you.
But when we stayed in the
My mama
Sherwood,
feel that.
we had some people say, hey, we seen your mama and she looking for you. So the first thing we'll do, so we don't get our ass whooped in front of everybody, and because everybody gonna be laughing, we jog to the house and just meet her there. We just a whole nother way though. Don't go her way, because when she see you, it's bam, bam. You might butter, you know what I mean? And now
Wherever she
everybody,
catch you.
You knew her
now
route.
everybody looking at you like this. All
Fuck
your
her
friends
schedule. You knew
laughing.
her route.
Right?
Because where we stayed at in the Sherwood, we could see our apartment all the way down. So if we see her walking this way, we bouncing that way. You feel what I'm saying? If she, obviously, somebody come and tell us before she come up the middle, we going straight down.
Oh, you talking about in the Sherwood?
Yeah.
But at that point,
Okay, that's a
y'all
whole-
wasn't
I
really
understand
coming
now.
out like that. Y'all was more like doing everything in there.
Definitely.
But before that,
Nah,
But still, that
yeah.
was still part of the
but
punishment.
listen, before that, y'all used to live around the corner from me.
We didn't have no punishment at that time. We was just getting ass whooped. That's when she first started trying to say we was on punishment for grades. But other than that, it's still like we kind of snuck out. But
When did you have a punishment that you abided by?
it was just like 2 days or so. But that motherfucker.
Besides that, she was just a
felt,
gets the
when we
grain?
was little, that motherfucker felt hard. No lie.
She didn't like take your game, like wasn't no shopping.
Just a
Shit,
little
I was
bit.
getting my car taken away and shit like that in
can't
high
say it
school,
with
bro.
no
I couldn't
shame.
drive. Yeah.
You can say it wasn't no gang. Sometimes
I'd
we
never
probably
grind till
gotta
I
get a little
graduate.
TV.
They got you
but
for the Beamer.
when
Yeah,
I
they
was
got
little, I
me.
like to be outside when I was little, so it wasn't no staying in the house. I wouldn't come into the house until Cam know until it's time to come in the house.
I was bad though. Yeah, I could be honest and say I did a lot of bad shit that were my parents wasn't proud, and they had to like answer for a lot of shit that I did.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a good thing. Ain't nothing cool about that.
Ain't nothing cool about that.
Yeah,
I
you still
understand.
cool
Now,
at
as a parent, do you really understand that shit? Even
I can
more?
see. I mean, I can understand that I would want to teach the next generation to be a whole lot better than what I was. But I feel like that's what every old person tells us.
I feel like they
that's
still
what
ain't shit,
everybody
though.
was telling us when we was in like our teens and our 20s and shit. You know.
I feel like they still listen. We're no matter what. I think every generation has that idea and that intent and goes into let's make the next generation better. But somehow the next generation still end up ain't shit.
But
What's
this,
like-
this next generation is a lot
It's a
more
lot
sensitive.
of talking without you also
Ain't
like
shit.
go back
There's
to what
there's
we
just
were
gonna be a
saying.
different ain't shit no matter what.
They quit jobs real fast.
They do.
Yeah,
I quit a
because
job
everybody
real
want to start a
fast.
business.
Fuck that on my mama.
I did too.
Hey, I
but
was
I'm
talking
front.
about somebody with that not too long ago. All the people that work at the post office, I definitely commend you, because if I worked 8 hours and they tell me, oh yeah, you got 2 more hours, bitch, well, you got to find somebody else.
Somebody not getting their mail.
Like, and 7 hours a week, you know what I mean, 7 days a week, you know what I mean, 10 hours a day. See ya. You can keep this shit. Hey,
It's not for you.
bye.
I know people
Bye.
that's like a lifer, like they
Yeah.
didn't have their whole career. Like
401k.
they started their first job at the post office and they've been working there ever since.
That's crazy.
I'm the slave that
20, 30
Bye.
years going on, you know,
Yeah.
shit like that.
I'm out.
My pops is
Definitely.
like
I'm
that
out.
at his job, and I like really always wanted to be like that, but I could just never
It's
do
hard,
that shit for
definitely.
some reason. That
I
shit's
gotta
always
take a
weird.
shit in the morning, and you want me to be at work at 8 o'clock, and now you tripping because I'm 5 minutes late.
That's
Fuck
the
you.
yeah.
Fuck you.
I
hey.
can't go right here. It's like, you know,
He's like, I got a
Fuck
rule
yeah.
about boo booing at work.
yeah,
I don't do
bro.
it.
No, I don't. But I worked at the school, so you know what I mean. I just
That's
can't go
different
in and
for
just
me.
go like
Bro,
blow
I
up the
walk
teacher's
around with a
bathroom.
can of
but
Lysol
I
at
would.
these
some of the
these days.
teachers did blow up the bathroom when I used to go in there. And
What
I
do
school
have
was
a-
you at?
I have
I
a
was
can
at
of Lysol in my
multiple
pocket.
schools. Multiple schools throughout Torrance doing like, you know, PE and shit like that with the elementary kids.
Oh,
But,
okay.
like, that's it. I enjoy that job, but just like sometimes authority just be like, bro, get the fuck out my face. I'm the best nigga you got. And hey, bro. You feel
Niggas
me?
always
Like,
like some-
Hey, that was a serious face right there.
I know.
and not like that, but you know what I mean, with certain
No,
things,
dead ass.
they
No,
gotta
that-
make an example out of everybody, but it just be like nigga, y'all lock the gate, it's 8:31. So now I gotta walk all the way around and be even more late. Nigga, I'm about to sign in on the phone. Woo, woo, woo. You can't do that. Then it's like, I'm tired of all these rules. You know what I mean? I do shit my way or find some like entrepreneur, you know, ref and woo, 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 certain things like that. Like, fuck all that.
I feel you.
I even worked at the warehouse before, and I was pissed off about that shit. This about to be funny because everybody get laugh about this. I had a nigga in charge of me that could barely speak English.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing away boxes. I'm getting swollen shit. My hands and shit getting all tight. Getting sick because this bitch dusty. And this one day, this one I had enough. Because I said, I'm in college. And I'm in this goddamn warehouse and motherfuckers in charge of me. They ain't even got nearly the fucking knowledge or credentials that I have already under my belt. So what the fuck am I doing? The money ain't that important.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga told the boss 30 minutes before we was getting off in Spanish, something, he tired. And I said, what'd he say? They started laughing. Everybody right there, he said, you tired. And I looked at him like, serious, like.
What'd he say? I translated for you.
I told, hell no, ain't no. That's what he told me. He said, you tired. And I just looked at him and said, is this fucking illegal for me to be tired? Nigga, I've been at work for 7 hours and 30 minutes.
Nah, he
we
called
off
you
in
lazy.
30 minutes, bro.
He called you lazy.
This nigga been
I'm
in there
already
popping.
translating.
They
That's
was
why I was
probably
getting
thinking
high.
about asking you to do overtime, and they saw how tired you was.
This
and
nigga-
Nah, they
Nah,
called him
man.
lazy. Let me tell you something.
He there
If they
popping
translated
soda.
that shit and told you that, nah, he said you tired. Nah, that motherfucker called you lazy.
He couldn't because this nigga popping. I told him he popping soda, popping shit, watching me clean up the warehouse. He supposed to be helping me.
Yeah.
I went and sat in the bathroom for an hour. They
Oh
had me
yeah, that's
fucked
why
up.
you
One of
was
them good
tired because
boo-boos?
he was doing all the work.
It was
Yeah.
times where I'd be doing all the work and I'd just be sitting there doing this. Like they got me.
I've
fucked
sat
up.
in
I'ma just
the
pull my
bathroom at
pants
work
down.
and edited for like a good hour.
I was getting high every break, every chance I got.
That
I
too.
was getting high. That shit was irking me. I told the ass I couldn't go back. I'm tired of this shit. I can't deal with the rules. It ain't worth it. But I tell you at the post office, y'all do get paid pretty good money. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put y'all check out there, but y'all getting paid pretty good money every 2 weeks. But it's definitely certain
sure y'all
jobs got to
invest
be
in
Every
Yeah.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
hey, he gave y'all pay cycle up, but he ain't gonna give you.
Because I ain't never been there, but I know a bunch of people that work there that
Get paid every 2 weeks.
get paid every 2 weeks and they get paid a good check for them to go
Back.
make a living.
Yeah, but
and
they gotta show up on time.
How
I
long you
like
gotta
that
be
shit.
there to get paid good like that though?
once you damn near get in there, I tell you that.
You
What's
gotta
damn
be
near
a
get in
permanent.
there? What's that?
Okay, you get. I done watch people make regular that motherfucker and start getting like a little $1.50. You know what I mean? Little change increases, but that shit add up. But I done watched some people get up in that motherfucker for like a week and already be making 2 bands every 2 weeks. But
This is
It's
where?
depending
The
on
post
what your
office?
position is.
definitely
Paul.
position, but a lot of them is still getting paid pretty good money within at least 1,500 and up. You feel what I'm
Damn.
saying? That's why I say it's pretty
Pro
good if
hustle.
you need to get
And,
the job.
and if you a carrier, you get to get your workout in, get your steps in, big dog.
Yeah, but see, if I was a carrier, I'm fucking quitting because when it's raining outside,
You gotta
I ain't
carry.
going out there.
look, they gonna expect me, Ramon, we got, bitch, it's storming.
Fact.
Like, ain't nobody out there.
But you gotta be out there. I mean, you got me lost at dogs.
I see y'all tomorrow, and if my job is not here back when I get back tomorrow, then
said, I'm
fuck
not
it.
going out
Shit.
there. It's storming.
Fuck
That's
y'all.
it.
and
At
the
this
union,
point, it's a
whoever else
safety
got an
issue.
It's just not that important to me. You feel
Have
me?
you ever-
You know what other job requires being out in the rain and shit with dogs and all that shit?
What's that?
What?
Being a club promoter, passing out flyers.
Cam, what the fuck? He just, everything you
But
said,
don't
Cam
gotta be-
related
You don't
with.
have to be there all the time in the rain.
You do.
All the time in like
If
it's
it's not raining.
mandatory.
I've
It's
seen,
your shit,
mandatory.
yeah.
hey, I've seen Cam promoting in the middle of a shootout. So it's
I've
been
heard
done.
about this. I've heard this story.
You serious?
I'm dead ass
Money making Cam.
on Pico.
Wow. It ain't mandatory for the rain though. You feel what I'm saying?
You can't stop the rain.
Ah.
That's just the hustle in you that's saying, man, let me get out there and sell these.
I want these
flyers
people
out.
that's leaving this other party to come to my shit on Saturday.
See, but you ain't got nobody saying, Cam, where the fuck are you? You was supposed to be out there 10 minutes ago. You got kids and shit just bouncing everywhere. You ain't got all, you know what I mean? Like ain't nobody
Yeah.
saying that. That's the thing. It's just like, shut the fuck up. You know? Not like that, because my last supervisor was actually pretty cool in certain instances and taught me a lot. But it's just
said,
certain
"Shut
shit. It's just like, bro, I'm straight on. I'm straight.
You shit on this working thing when it comes to working for somebody else.
Being desensitized. Yes, let's say that. Let's say that. Because that's what it's about.
Explain that.
Depending on what corporation you work for, depending on what type of policies you have to follow. I'm not into somebody telling me all the time, oh, you can't do this and can't do that. When I technically don't feel like nothing wrong, and I definitely understand why they saying it, but, and I'm going to respect it because it's, you know what I mean, your policy. at that point in time, I just need to get the fuck up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? Find somebody else's policy.
So you're
that I
making a
agree
big.
with.
So you're making a. So this is the thing I don't understand about companies, because a lot of them think that they're giving you a chance when they hire you, right? So they give you the 3-month period, right? The probation period, right? But what they don't understand, especially when I've seen people leave early within those 3 months and quit, I try to explain to them, like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, it's a tryout for you too, motherfucker. Like, they're well within their rights to be here for 3 months and be like, I don't like this shit.
Right.
I'm out.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? You didn't invest as much as you would have. That's why you're giving him the 3 months to even fucking begin
And they
with.
might
because
not
you
even give you a
testing
whole
out.
3. They might give you a month.
That's what I'm saying.
They might be like, I don't like
no,
these
it's not
people
gonna
right here.
And,
I don't
you
like
know
how
what?
this go.
And if they leave within the 3 months, they did you a fucking favor.
Yeah.
Because number one, I didn't put that much into you, into training you or nothing like that. You kind of were just filling it out, and I was just filling to see if you were going to do well in the position anyways. You know what I mean? People lose that shit when it comes to hiring. You know what I mean? They don't pay attention to that shit no more because they think that, oh, I'm giving you a chance. I'm giving you this opportunity.
Basically,
you know what I mean?
they feel like they're at the
prove
top
yourself.
position.
But it's like, prove yourself too. Like, show me why I need to be here.
Right. And that I just felt like shit. Doing some of that too, I felt like I did a pretty good job. They got me all up on Time Warner Cable talking and shit like that for the program, but it's like I feel like I wasn't getting for all I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And like on a lower level, being a lead and certain things, and then we doing all the talking. I don't get the motherfucking big bonus at the end of the day when somebody else is not doing this shit, but they hired me.
The boss ahead of you get that. The one that's, you know, your superior, they the one that's gonna get that credit
Where
for
the
the
fuck
work
is
you
my
did.
bonus at? That's what I'm saying. So it just be like, bro.
All
and
them
then-
little chain systems.
Then y'all
that's
taking
why I felt
And it's crazy, 'cause I've
$300
been-
at my fucking
I've
check
been
for
in-
taxes. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, I've been in
Shit.
both positions to where it's like I've been the one that didn't get the bonus but did like a lot of work, and then I've also been the one that's gotten the bonus and it's been like, this is kind of fucking cool.
I've been the nigga that was supposed to get a bonus and then they never came. Like I've been that person to where it be supposed to some extra shit that's supposed to, because you the only one there, you the one that's doing it all, but yeah, it's just always changing management or people or whatever to where it don't come through.
The company I work for kept it consistent for the entire 11 years that I worked there.
I done worked for
They
some
gave-
fucked up companies.
Nigga, they gave us a $25 gift card every year.
That's
the fuck
dope.
is that?
At
What?
least that's something that you know.
$25 gift
But
card
look,
every
as
year.
long as
like-
you know you there, you're guaranteed that. I work for places where it's like, all right, every Thanksgiving you're gonna get a free turkey, shit like that, and that's something that really comes it comes through because that's something you need for.
I mean, I enjoy
That
getting my
both
free
of them
Sprite tickets.
motherfuckers better be part of the package plus extra shit. When you there, 365,
Nah, it's not really 365 because you still get your 2 days off.
300, 285. Fuck it. Majority of the time, about as equal as I be at home, I'm in this
If anything,
motherfucker.
I spend more time at this bitch than I do with my kids.
Yeah,
True.
That be the whole
definitely
thing.
I think a lot of different cultures see that shit differently than we do. Because if you go to other countries, a lot of their shit is more based on families. Like some places, like you go home for lunch, you go home for like 3-4 hours. You handle business and then you come back and you work throughout the evening and shit like that.
That's
because
dope.
they know you got a home you got to
Family,
go to.
right.
Here in the U.S., it's
Don't
more
give a
about
fuck.
like just the output.
It's
What
jobs,
can you put
it's
out?
jobs out here
Slavery.
that's set up like that though.
Yes,
if
yes,
you
yes,
really
yes.
committed
The
to
new
them
ones,
jobs.
the new ones.
Right. Well, it's been some like it's been some to where all right,
Ben
we
and
need you to
Jerry's?
come in and work 4 hours now, and then you gonna go home and take a break, and you come back and work another 4 hours because there's
Split
labor
shift.
laws against shit like being able to work somebody so many hours within a certain period of time.
They just go throw them another 15, 30-minute break. That's it. Then they go have their ass there for another 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Bro, no
Exactly.
lie, I could talk about this now because it's been like over 10 years. When I worked at Red Lobster, I used to work shifts like that. I worked server shifts like that.
Really?
To where I would come in the morning, work a lunch shift, then I'd leave for like 3 hours and come back and work like the night shift.
Yeah, dog. I was definitely working 8 to 5 with 2:15s and an hour lunch. And sometimes I took lunch longer.
I always took lunch.
Well,
No
a
matter
lot of
where I
different,
work.
lot of
I
places.
got
is-
written up
is-
for it one time, but I was talking to a patient. That's what sucked about it. Because I got
The
caught.
real time, yeah.
I got caught talking
That's
to
karma.
a patient.
No, you got to chalk that one up to karma.
That's cool with me.
Okay, so my question would be, what do y'all feel like was like y'all worst experience with a job? Like as far as like the way that shit was organized and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I gotta show up to this motherfucker. Look at how this shit is set up. All right, I'm gonna start. For me, it's gonna be a toss up.
Yeah.
I want to say Kmart.
Damn, we got similar experience.
You actually naming the company.
Well,
I will too. I don't give a fuck.
they not even there no more, especially the store I worked at.
Yeah.
So
Fact.
yeah, it ain't gonna cause them no harm.
True. They already went out
It
there.
was a roller rink for a little bit.
Yeah, we turned that parking lot into a fucking outdoor world on wheels.
So what'd you do? What'd they do?
I only worked there for 3 months.
Okay.
Sounds about right from my
You
other
gave
jobs,
them
too.
a test drive?
I gave them a test drive. The only job I had before that, this was my second job. I worked at Sears before that, like seasonal for the holidays and shit. But I applied at all these different places. Nobody would hire me except for Kmart. So I said, fuck it. Kmart was one of them places that, all right, they'll schedule me a 9-hour shift, give me an hour lunch. So I'm like, well, I live down the street, so I go home, I eat, take a little nap.
And you had a whip?
Yeah, and I drive right back. So that was cool. But the environment in there was real fucked up. And I had to work the night shifts, the fucked up shifts, because, bro, I'm working after school. We were still in high school.
That was a fucked up Kmart, too.
Was that the one by the Sherwood?
The one by the Sherwood.
That was a
We
fucked up
used to be in that
Kmart.
bitch.
Stealing.
Never mind.
That's what I'm.
Hey,
This
I don't
is
give a
what
fuck.
I'm
I
talking
said
about.
I was in that bitch stealing.
Come on.
So
They ain't there no more.
Eating honey
They-
buns,
this is what I was
walking
gonna get
around.
on. It'll
We
be
was
like
bad,
kids
bro.
that would ride the bikes and shit. Like up and down the aisles, they'll grab toys off and I'm responsible for these
I used to bring that
departments.
We used to have
So you had to put everything back.
dodgeball
I'm
in
the one
that
putting
Dodgeball.
everything back. I'm the one, and then I see the kids coming and they just running around. I'm looking like, where your parents at? Like, that type of shit.
Not here.
See, that's how I feel about working at Wet Seal. They have floor to ceiling jean walls. And when people walk up to the jean
Climb up
walls,
the
you want
ladders.
to. No, I'm tall enough. I don't have to climb up the ladder. And I'm afraid of heights, so I wasn't doing that. But everybody would unfold the jean wall and then just stuff the shit back in. And at the end of the night, I was a person folding the jean wall.
I do that.
I hated it. But
I think jeans
also-
is better than t-shirts. T-shirts be fucked up when you just
I
go
mean,
through
they-
the stack.
Hey,
Same.
to have to
The
fold,
whole
to have
store
to
was like that.
to have to fold. Period at a job. Fuck that. I don't fold at home. I don't like folding at home.
I remember at Sears they used to have a little table where you just
Nope.
flipping the table
They
around.
didn't have it at West Seal. I was doing it all raw. That was terrible.
That's
One
terrible.
time they had an earthquake and this lady ran out the store and left her kids.
Shows where her head was at.
She freaked the fuck out and left her kids.
y'all.
I was standing in the middle of the store like,
So did you grab her kids? And-
nah, I got on the phone and called my house to check on my own kids.
Oh,
Then my manager realized she had kids and she tried to hang my phone call up and then we like got in a tussle. I was like, hold on. Hold on
I
there.
ain't had too many bad corporations. I only really had like 2 or 3 jobs. Besides trying to like do something like on like working, making my own schedule. That's why I kind of went back to that because I feel like it's been working since then. Going to work. I don't want to mention the last company I was working for. They was kind of alright because I enjoyed working with children. I say that goddamn warehouse might have been the worst job I had. For real. Other than that, I couldn't never get the fucking job.
What?
I like my job.
Certain jobs that like he talking about Walmart, Target and shit like
Yeah.
that. I told Cam I want to do a skit about this. I couldn't do no motherfucking questionnaire. Promise you. They gonna ask me.
you know
3
you gotta sit at the
questions.
kiosk and you gotta fill out the little questionnaire.
You be honest on that shit and you don't get the
Man,
job.
Hey, I be thinking they like maybe they want me to snitch.
If you saw
I'm
Rob,
gonna go snitch.
if
I'm
you
not gonna
saw-
say nothing,
if
but I'm
you
gonna
saw-
put that down. I don't never get the job.
If you saw
Never.
your coworker Rob stealing $20 from the drawer, what do you do?
See,
A,
this is
tell
me.
your manager.
I'ma
B,
answer
bro,
it.
I'm mind my motherfucking business. If I'm answering honestly, right?
This me when I'm doing the whole job interview, the whole questionnaire. I'm not saying the motherfucking thing. 'Cause I don't give a fuck. But since they asking me, I think they want me to snitch.
So you overthink, right?
So I don't think it's go talk to them. Cause that ain't go do shit. Then it make it look like I'm an accessory. That's how I be thinking.
You
So I
overthink
said,
the whole thing.
I'm gonna go with A, and then it be another. I said, I think they just asked me this in a whole nother form.
They did. They asked you the same question like 3 times.
So if they come and help me, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. I think that's the right thing, cause I really will.
What if they tangle
But-
your answers up to where it's like at the end, you wouldn't have said nothing.
I'm a fail. It be certain questions that I be looking at, like I don't. 2 of these the right answer.
I just contradicted
I need
myself.
help, baby. Come help me. I need
You
help.
had your girl take the test for you?
I know a lot of niggas that done that.
piss tests, you know what I mean? Questionnaires,
kids, all
you know,
types of shit.
fill out applications.
Update your resume.
Yeah, all that.
That questionnaire is a motherfucker on everything. I need to do that skit. Stupid.
What's the craziest question on that questionnaire?
I don't know. All of them crazy to me when you got two of them that could be the answer, but I don't know what y'all looking for. That's the thing. Do you want me to snitch or not?
Yeah.
Pro hustle.
Like, I'm not gonna snitch once I get hired. That's sad. You gotta bleep that shit out with another pro hustle. 'Cause if I had to go get another job, they're gonna say, well, this
Pro hustle.
interview right here, this show
Tag-
shows that
tag-
you can't fucking be work here because you're lying, and then you go tell us you go lie.
They
you're
gonna
not
bring the
do
clip
none
up.
of it.
We already know that you're not gonna
Well,
say
fuck
nothing.
y'all anyway. Bye.
When's the time you seen a coworker do something terrible and you didn't tell?
I seen one of
Anybody?
the coworkers, like, for me, just the biggest thing was like this nigga hitting a wax pen at the school. You feel me? Like he hit
I
the
was that
corner,
coworker.
and it was like, nigga, where that smoke come from?
At the school.
Magic.
In between us picking up the kids.
Imagine going to school now and they have the wax pens and you a pothead. Them pens fucked the game up.
That was just the biggest thing. I ain't had too many jobs.
I don't know. What's the greatest thing for you?
I asked the question. Y'all two got to answer. Ain't that how podcasts
I asked the
work?
question.
I asked
And I
the
went
I say
first.
Toys R Us.
I
worked
said
at
the
Toys
worst
R Us.
experience.
I worked at Toys R Us
I
during the
answered.
Christmas season, and they would have you close at 12 midnight, but you didn't close at 12 midnight. That's the night I realized. That's like my first shift was the one I realized that when that bitch says you work from so on to 12, and if you closing, that don't mean you fucking leaving at 12. Because I was about to dip, and they
Yeah.
was like, nah, Playboy, we gotta go back, so we gotta clean the
See,
store and shit like that.
that'd be
I
fucked
didn't understand that shit. So at that point, it's like legitimately when I turned them on and was like, nah, I did 8. Like I'm out. Like what the fuck you mean overtime? Like what is this shit? Like bitch, I'm 18. You got me fucked up. I got shit
got
to
plans.
do. I got it. You know what I mean? I got fucking plans. Like I have a car. Like I'm out this bitch.
Yeah, I'm about to be in here causing trouble. Just for me, once I get bored up in that bitch,
I go
I'm about
hide.
to start shooting jokes.
I go hide. I start fucking with other coworkers. Start going over there.
It's about to go crazy.
Next thing you know, managers coming to you talking about, can you leave them alone? Like bitch, I don't want to be here. Fuck.
I'm
Peace. This is a tryout,
For
ho.
real. That last one though, I gave them 2 years, and that's what I said I was gonna give them, and that was it.
You accomplished your
'Cause
goal.
because I was ready for my level up. You feel what I'm
Pro
saying?
hustle.
But what the economy turned into is like, well, fuck all of that, because I'm not even gonna say that, because then it's gonna make it like, well, we put up the video here, and it's you telling on yourself. See ya.
God damn. We're gonna cut all that out. Yeah, anyways, man. Check this out. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate everybody for coming and stopping by. We ain't did one of these podcasts in a minute. Cool ass Cam's been holding it down, so I appreciate him for holding this shit down. I know all the podcasts we've been having going on definitely have been successful. I like the lives and everything, so shout out to Cool Ass Cam for that. Y'all can follow me at I am DJ Punch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole Shaban Boo Baby. Make sure you follow the podcast at the FMAD Podcast. Follow Innovative Culture at innovative.culture. Where they following you at, Cam?
Y'all can follow me at Cool Ass Cam, COOLAZZCAM.
Yes, sir. Where they following you at, Moan?
Get at me on Instagram, Mon_Pro Hustle, MON_Pro Hustle, and everything else is in the bio.
Yes,
Bitch.
sir. Where they following you at, Milk It?
You can follow me at milkit_media and subscribe to my website at milkitmediamarketing.com.
Yes, sir. We out this bitch. Peace.